5 signs this person isn't random. They're your destiny walking toward you. Some people enter your life and time stops. Your heart doesn't race. It remembers, like you've known them in another lifetime, another universe, another version of yourself. That pull you feel? It's not attraction, it's recognition. Your soul saying, there you are. I've been waiting. If you've ever met someone who felt like home before you even spoke, this video will explain why. Hit subscribe if you believe some meetings are written in the stars, because what I'm about to reveal will change how you see every connection in your life. Let's start with sign 1. Sign 1. Your nervous system relaxes in their presence. Here's the thing about true soul connections. They don't make your heart race with anxiety. They make it settle with peace. You know that feeling when you've been holding your breath and finally exhale? That's what being near them feels like. Most people confuse love with excitement, with butterflies, with chaos. But divine connections work differently. When you meet someone your soul recognizes, your body responds before your brain catches up. Your shoulders drop, your jaw unclenches. The mask you wear for the world just falls away. You don't feel the pressure to perform or impress. You simply exist. And that's enough. Neuroscience backs this up. When two people share deep compatibility, their nervous systems co-regulate. Your heartbeats synchronize. Your breathing patterns align. It's not poetry. It's biology responding to spiritual truth. But here's where it gets interesting. And this is the part that separates real connections from temporary attractions. Sign 2. Silence becomes your secret language. With most people, quiet moments feel like voids that need filling. Awkward gaps where someone should say something, anything. But with them, silence transforms into something sacred. You can sit side by side, saying absolutely nothing, and feel completely understood. Here's why this matters. Communication isn't just about words. It's about energetic frequency. When two spirits vibrate on the same wavelength, they don't need constant noise to stay connected. The silence isn't empty. It's full of presence, of understanding, of a connection that runs deeper than small talk ever could. Think about it. How many people in your life can you be genuinely quiet with? Not the forced silence of strangers in an elevator. The comfortable silence of two souls who found their home in each other. This kind of peace is rare. And if you found it, you found something most people spend lifetimes searching for. But this is just the surface. The third sign reveals something even more powerful about destined connections. Sign 3. They see the real you and stay anyway. Most relationships are built on carefully constructed versions of ourselves. We show the highlight reel, the filtered version, the personality we think people want to see. But with a soul destined for yours, the masks become impossible to maintain. They see your 3 a.m. anxiety, your irrational fears, the parts of you that you've learned to hide from everyone else, the trauma you've never fully healed from, your flaws, your darkness, your unfinished edges. And here's the miracle. They don't run. They don't try to fix you. They don't make you feel broken. They see all of you, the messy human reality, and they choose to stay. Not out of obligation, not out of pity, but because to them, your imperfections aren't flaws to tolerate. They're chapters in your story they want to understand. This acceptance does something profound. It gives you permission to finally stop performing and start being. But acceptance alone isn't the deepest sign. What happens next separates cosmic connections from everything else. Sign 4. You trigger each other's evolution, not destruction. Real soul connections aren't always comfortable. Sometimes, the person meant for you will challenge every defense mechanism you've built. They'll ask questions that make you squirm. They'll mirror back the patterns you've been avoiding. They'll push you toward growth you've been resisting. And this is where most people get confused. They think soulmates should be easy, smooth, effortless. But divine partnerships aren't designed for comfort. They're designed for transformation. The difference between a toxic relationship and a destined one? Toxic connections trigger you to protect your ego. Destined connections trigger you to shed it. One makes you smaller. The other expands you with them. Conflict doesn't destroy the bond. It deepens it. Arguments reveal truth instead of creating distance. You fight for the relationship, not against each other. And after every storm, you don't drift apart. You understand each other more clearly than before. But there's one final sign that confirms beyond doubt this connection is written in your destiny. Sign 5. Life keeps orchestrating your reunion. Here's how you know the universe has plans for you both. No matter how many times logic separates you, fate pulls you back together. Maybe you break up but keep running into each other in impossible places. Maybe years pass and a random message reconnects you exactly when you both needed it. Maybe distance should make you strangers, but somehow you remain magnetically linked. This isn't coincidence, it's cosmic insistence. When two souls have unfinished business, unlearned lessons, or unfulfilled purpose together, life refuses to let them stay apart. You can fight it, you can ignore it, you can try to move on with other people, but that invisible thread keeps tugging, pulling you back into each other's orbit. Carl Jung called this synchronicity, the universe arranging meaningful coincidences that logic can't explain. And when it happens repeatedly with the same person, pay attention. Destiny is trying to tell you something. But here's what you need to understand about all 5 signs. Here's what nobody tells you about destined connections. They don't show up to make life easier. They show up to make you whole. Every person you're truly meant to meet enters your life carrying 2 gifts. One is love. The other is a mirror. They love you deeply enough to show you who you really are. Not who you pretend to be. Not who you think you should be, but your authentic self, stripped of all the stories you've been telling yourself. This mirror can be uncomfortable. It reflects your unhealed wounds, your repeated patterns, your unrealized potential. Sometimes the person meant for you will hurt you, not through cruelty, but through truth. They'll expose the lies you've been living. They'll refuse to enable your self-sabotage. They'll love you enough to let you be angry with them while you process your own growth. And here's the paradox. The connection that challenges you most deeply is often the one your soul needs most urgently. So if you recognize these 5 signs, you're standing at a crossroads. Final truth. Not every connection that feels cosmic is meant to last forever. Some soul contracts are designed for a season, not a lifetime. They enter to teach you something crucial, then exit once the lesson lands, and that's okay. Divine timing doesn't always mean permanent presence. It means purposeful intersection. But if someone checks all 5 signs, if they calm your nervous system, share sacred silence, accept your truth, trigger your growth, and keep returning despite every obstacle, then you're not experiencing coincidence. You're experiencing destiny. So here's my question for you. Have you met this person yet? Are they in your life right now? Or are you still waiting for fate to bring them to your door? Drop a comment and let me know which sign resonated most deeply. And if this video gave you clarity about a connection you've been questioning, share it with that person. Sometimes the universe needs a little help delivering its messages. Welcome to Psychology Fact, where we explore the hidden truths that make you human. Subscribe and turn on notifications, because next week I'm revealing the psychological signs someone is secretly in love with you but terrified to admit it. You won't want to miss that. See you soon.